Well, welcome to the great
Pumpkin.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm having an awful lot of senior moments lately. Welcome to the Great Pumpkin Car Show. Which edition is this?
Fifth. This is our fifth show.
The fifth. I thought it was probably something like that. It's a wonder you're not celebrating it with a fifth of something.
We have T-shirts this year, specially made for us by New England people from New England Dragway. And we're celebrating because we surpassed last year with 245 cars this year.
When I found you out on the grounds out there, who knows how far away from here we were, but I said, yeah, I noticed that there are more cars here because there are actually some on the grass now, and they haven't been that before.
Exactly. It's been a great time. The show's really grown. It's grown in reputation. It's grown in the attendance, and the weather again has blessed us because this is the second year in a row with wonderful weather for this event.
I think the worst weather we ever had was when we were just before COVID at
when we were in Whitman. Yep.
I was thinking the first year in Hanson.
Oh, Hanson, yes. It was a cloudy day that day. Fortunately, the rain held off to the afternoon, but it was cloudy and kind of cool that morning. So.
Well, that was good for me being a burn person anyway.
Yeah, the sun feels a little strong, but it's good. It's a nice mixture of the warmth of the sun and the coolness of the air, so it's a perfect day for this kind of event.
Perfect day. Now, since most people know that you are the Whitman Town,
Hanson.
I'm putting you back in the wrong town again, the Hanson Town Administrator. What's going on in Hanson these days?
Hanson is actually going in the right direction. We've got a lot of great, talented people working for Hanson. We've got a new fire chief, Rob O'Brien, who was the deputy fire chief. Jerry Thompson has just retired as fire chief, and we promoted Robbie O'Brien. And we've got our town planner, Tony DeFrayas, who is staying on with Hanson. We're very close to losing him, but he is definitely staying on, which is great because he's been a wonderful grant writer for the town.
You used to do a lot of that in another position we won't necessarily talk about right now.
Yes, we work together as a great team. He does a lot of the technical part of it, and then I'll do some of the basic part of it, name of the town, address, things like that. But
you'll never forget those, will you? Always get the name and address of the town hall, right?
The name and address of town hall, right? That's got to be up here.
So, well, it's nice to know that things are working well in Hanson for you. We're just getting here. They're about ready to start the costume parade. So I think what we'll do is we'll catch up with you sometime a little bit later.
Okay.
And thanks for talking with us as organizer.
You're welcome.
You have another role to play in a little while.
Yes, we'll be giving out the awards for the cars. So stay tuned.
Okay. Let's see if we can find the kids in their costumes. Well, we found one of the all-time, every time that this show has been around, has been an exhibitor here, Lisa Green, whom we all know as something else around here too, but we've already talked about that.
Town administrator for Hanson.
Well, I wasn't expecting you to actually say that. Just you know, like the cartoon characters do. Lisa, I have noticed that. Oh, you fixed it. I was calling this the eyed Camaro because one of the eyes fell over.
I noticed that. I just fixed it.
Yes.
Yeah. The googly eyes.
Okay. Now we can go back to my other type of thing that I always say to you is that your roller skates.
Roller skates?
Oh, I've been calling them that ever since you brought them both out together.
Oh, two of them. Yes. The twins. I call them the twin Camaros.
The twins.
Yeah.
Well, you've taken the shoe harnesses off the roof, so.
Yeah.
Of course, then again, if you ever tried to take them out with that one going and this one, you'd be going around in circles because the one behind us is a little faster than this one.
Yeah, this is just a pretty car for nice cruise night days like this. And then this one's the drag car, so that only goes up, comes out when we're up at the dragway.
Okay, how many times have you been up the dragway recently?
Oh boy, half a dozen plus.
Half a dozen plus. Looks like you're kind of serious about becoming an internationally known drag racer like your pal over here.
Well, I'm not going to make legend status, but maybe junior legend would be good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I got to ask you about your plate here. LMG, I know what that's for, rocks. Are you a Brockton Rocks fan too, or is that something else?
No, actually, when I was thinking of the plate for this, ROC just didn't look right. ROX looked right. So rocks works better. So I just put the X in there just to make people like you ask me about it.
Well, if you play your cards right, you can go over to the baseball field in Brockton and maybe pick up a little bit of advertising money because of your plate.
That's a good idea. I'd like that.
Okay, now we want to talk just a little bit to the legend, Les Lucier. Les, how's Lisa doing in her quest for her drag racing status?
She's coming along, but she needs more practice.
She needs more practice.
Yeah, she's better than the second year is better than the first year for her, and she hasn't broken the car yet. It's still in one piece, didn't crash, didn't fall apart.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing, and thanks to Jimmy Reed at Reed's Automotive, they've done the motor over, and it's good. Everything's good.
That's good. Of course, you know what she said to me? She said, I don't know if I'll ever attain the legend status that my father has,
Well, we did it for a long time.
Yeah.
Many moons, yeah.
Okay, thanks, Les. So, Lisa, he says, you're doing good. How many years is he going to give you to get up to being really good?
Oh, well, geez, I'll be in my 60s by that point. But, for my second year, really, in competition, out of class my first year in this class with 80 cars, I ended up middle of the row, which is not too bad for someone in the first year. I raced against my uncle, who races in the same class, and his car is much faster than this one. So I actually, if I race my uncle, he has to give me a head start. But
that's one of the things they do with the Christmas tree, right?
Yes, yeah, the bracket racing. So the slower car gets the head start.
Yeah.
But it was fun this year racing. I raced against my uncle, and I red lit against him, which means I went too soon. And when that happens, you automatically lose.
Yeah.
But he went on to win runner-up in the class that day, so that was a good red light for me, I say.
Okay. Yeah, you just have to be really careful about that, letting up on that clutch pedal, right?
Yeah, it's not what people think. You don't just slam on the gas and go. There's a lot of strategy to it, as far as catching your reaction time to the light, not going faster than you've marked on your windshield. So there's a lot of strategy to it.
Okay. Well, thanks, Lisa. And thanks, Les. It was good to see you again this year.
Thank you. Good to see you.
And now let's go find some other cars. I'm here with Wayne Alden with this beautiful yellow 72 Volkswagen Super Beetle.
Correct.
And it's also the Sunbug.
Correct. Correct. Has a sunroof, pop-out windows. It's great for the drive in the summertime.
You just don't want to open the sunroof with that pumpkin on there.
That's true, yes. I wanted some place so everybody could see the pumpkin.
And we'll have a little close-up of that, I'm sure. It'll be over what we're saying right now, that is your bug that's on the face of that pumpkin.
That's true, yes. My granddaughter wanted to go all out today, so she said, Grandpa, you used to do leather work. He said, why don't you carve a pumpkin? So that's what we did yesterday.
Okay, so you actually did the carving on that.
Yes, I did.
I thought you were going to say for a minute your granddaughter did it.
No, she made the wreath in the front, and she had the various decorations, the skull. They got the witch's legs hanging inside. There's a spider on the engine. Those are her additional ornaments.
Her additional touches, plus this winged whatever it is here.
Oh, this is Billy Bones' pet, Spot. Spot likes to be petted on the head.
Well, as long as you don't put your hand in front of his mouth, I guess you're okay.
That's right. The kids like it. That and my candy bowl, which has no candy, unfortunately, so I put it away, has a hand that comes out to grab the candy back.
Oh, that's something. You've given the kids a real treat with something like that.
Oh, yeah, it's fun watching them react when the hand comes out.
Yeah. They might not get a treat, but you give them one anyway.
No. The parents usually say, it won't hurt you, and they'll grab a candy for them.
Okay, well, thanks for talking to me, Wayne. It was good seeing you.
Oh, you're welcome. Nice seeing you again.
This is Gary Bellavance, and we're standing next to his 1937 Chevy Cabriolet. Gary, this car is a piece of beautiful work.
Yeah, it sure is. I bought it about 6 years ago, and I didn't have to do anything to the body, but I did a lot of work underneath. It needed a new rear end, new drive shaft, and some other things. But the paint work was done by a custom painter somewhere out in the Midwest. I haven't been able to track him down. And the coach work and all the leather and work inside and the leather in the trunk was done by a fellow named Ray Hester in North Carolina. And
So this car's been around.
yeah, it's had two owners, and I bought it from a place called Vanguard Motors out in Michigan. A friend of mine lived out there, one of my engineers, he worked out there, and he knew the place, and I sent him over to take a look at it. He called me back a few days later and said, if you don't buy it, I will. So I did.
It has that look of, like some of the retro type cars that the big manufacturers have been putting out every now and then the last few years.
Right, yeah, it's supposed to be a 37 Chevy Cabriolet, which means it's a convertible, but it's got some custom nuances to it.
Because I was noticing the grille, it has that Chevy look,
Right.
but it also has that kind of this is a new idea on the old theme look.
Right, yeah, it's kind of a little bit shinier and more polished than the old days would have been,
Yeah, the grids are a little bit heavier there too, because I recall the Chevy grill was a finer, like a metal tube or something like that
Right,
going
a little
down.
bit thinner tubing. Yeah, this is pretty substantial. I think it weighs about 30 pounds because of the stainless.
Well, we know for sure now that that's not plastic.
No, not right now.
And you were telling me this had like a complete rebuild. That was part of what you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, excuse me. The body of this car came out of a place called Superior Coach Works in Oregon, and it's about 60% fiberglass and 40% steel. The hood opens up this way, and it's all steel plated underneath. And the frame is a custom frame for a 37 Chevy. The back end was tubbed, so it's got the wider tires. And it came with a Chevy 350 crate motor, and I've done a lot of different things to that to enhance the gas mileage and the performance.
Yeah.
I kept it old school carburation. I didn't want to go fuel injection, but it's a really nice car.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things that, you have the right look, but you've given it a whole modern new feel to it.
Yeah, and it's it's got a lot of creature comforts. It's got power windows, power door locks. It's got vintage air conditioning. I didn't do any of that. It all came with it. I've rewired some of it and done things like that. Because some issues I have from Vietnam, I can't do a lot of touchy-feely stuff anymore. So, but it's been a really nice car.
Vintage air conditioning, that sounds kind of like almost an oxymoron with a car that old.
Yeah, the company that makes the air conditioning for these street rods and hot rods is called Vintage Air.
Oh.
So that's where the connotation.
That's where the vintage name came from.
Name
Okay.
comes from, right?
Thanks for confusing me, vintage. Not that that's hard to do. It's real easy to confuse me.
Well, I was
Okay.
confused when I first got it too, because I thought it meant old school air conditioning, but it's not. It's that's the name of the company that makes it.
Well, it's a beautiful car. Thank you for talking to me, and hope you do well with the show today.
Thank you very much. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you.
And we just want to let you know here, the Disney characters are very happy to be sitting out in the weather today.
Yeah, well, I got the monsters on either side of me, so I figured I'd go Disneyland.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Well, in the past we have had Catwoman. Today we have somebody who's gone on the other side to the dogs. It's Cruella de Vil, in case you didn't realize that. So you've gone Disney this year on us.
Yes, I have. I figured I'd switch it up this time. I still do Catwoman, but it's Corella's turn.
Just throw out your name so everybody can remember that.
Melissa Clark.
Melissa Clark. See, if you go back onto YouTube and watch the classic car show, the Great Pumpkin Show from the McQuan School in Hanson, you'll see her there dressed up as Catwoman. That's a whole different look for you this year.
That's right. Because my Polaris Slingshot is a Catwoman themed one.
Yeah.
So this looks like Cruella's car in the movie. She drives a Panther de Vil.
Yeah. It's a whole different look for you. Much more suave and sophisticated.
That's right. It is.
You're not trying to steal those 101 Dalmatians to make another fancy coat for yourself, are you?
Sometimes I am. I only have one. I need 100 more.
Well, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the car. This is a 1952 MG.
Yes, 1952 MG TD. It has a 4-cylinder Chevy in it.
A 4-cylinder Chevy. Well, that's unusual.
Yes, usually they have Volkswagen engines, but this one has the Chevy.
That's a little bit more oomph to it than the old engines used to have.
Yes, yeah. Lasts longer.
Last long. And the fact that these cars could get up a bunch of speed, even with that Volkswagen engine, how much more can you get out of this one with a Chevy engine in it?
Well, where she's kind of old, I tend to baby it. I don't really use this one for speed. The Slingshot is a different story in the Camaro, but this one is more just for car shows and events for Cruella. This one, only a 4-cylinder, so probably not too fast, but yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's a beautiful looking vehicle. You've got the nice with the rag top there and all the rest of it. I haven't seen one of these in a long, long time.
Right, yeah. They're not very common. Usually it's the only one at these car shows, although there was one more here today, so it was cool to see that. It was a green one.
Well, how about that? We actually had two of the same thing at a car show on the same day.
Yep.
I mean, of course, the fact that Lisa has two Chevy Camaros doesn't have anything to do with that, does it?
Right. My father actually has an MG too the same year, but a red one.
Oh, you should have come together today. You have him dress up as the butler.
Yeah, well, he took his 28 Model A, so he's right next to me, but he just didn't take his MG.
Yeah. I remember talking to him a couple of years ago back at the
Yes.
McQuan School. And
Yep. That's when he had the tea bucket.
the
Yeah.
tea bucket.
Yep.
Yes, I remember that now.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll take a step next door and talk to him, and we'll see you probably next year, maybe in something completely different.
Absolutely. Yeah. Maybe my 32. Maybe I'll be Ursula. I play Ursula too, so. Or the Grinch. Yes, my mother's yelling Grinch. Maybe I'll do that.
You have a Grinch-mobile?
I play the Grinch on a Harley trike on a Road Glide 3. I do parades as the Grinch.
So
I do
not only-
5 parades a year.
Is this a standard trike with the one wheel in front and the two in the back, as opposed to
one
the
wheel in
Scorpion?
the front, 2 in the back. Yeah, Harley just came out with them this year. It's the first year for the Road Glide 3. So it's a Road Glide fairing with the freewheeler rear, with the 2 wheels in the back.
Which
Kind
is
of like a tri-glide, but no tour pack.
It's kind of a little different from the other one,
Yes, yeah.
because you got the 2 wheels up front to do all the steering for you.
Yeah, right. And that one's more like a car, where the Harley feels more like a motorcycle with handlebars and not a steering wheel.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Melissa. We'll be seeing you again next year, I'm sure. We'll wait and see what you come up with next year, and we will all be very much surprised.
Yes, definitely. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Now, like we did at the McQuan School a few years ago, we're going to do the same thing this year. We just talked to Melissa. This is her father, Ron, and this is the car he's got with him this year. What is this?
This is a 1928 Model A.
1928 Model A street rod, right?
Yes, sir. Street rod.
Street rod. Tell us a little bit about the engine in this.
It's a small block V8. It's got a rumble seat. I don't know if you can see it, but it's all steel. And the car that I had last time you interviewed me was my T-Bucket, which I don't have anymore. But so this is more comfortable than the T-Bucket. But it's I just go to car shows with it in parades. We're in some of the big parades, Quincy, Christmas parade, and whatever. But when I leave here today, it goes back in the garage. So.
Seems to me I remember from the T-Bucket that you used to like to take that out and just kind of cruise around town a little bit.
Yes, sir. But I like cruising, and this is geared very low. And, even though it's insured, you're always afraid of getting hit because they're never the same once they get hit. So I'll take this back, and me and the wife will jump in. I got a 52 MG. We'll jump in that, and, it's... although the car means a lot to me, the MG, and I don't want it to get damaged. If I got hit in that, I'd feel bad, but not as bad as if this got hit. So that's why I just bring it to shows and make parades.
Now you see, if you brought the MGs with you, I could have used the line I always use on Lisa Green with her two Camaros, a pair of roller skates.
That's true. Yes, Lisa does a great job on this show. Yeah.
And she'd have somebody to go roller skating with if you.
True.
Although with her dragster on one foot and the streetcar on the other, she'd just be going around in circles.
She's amazing woman, really. She's real into the cars and the drag racing, and she does a great job on this show here every year. So we consider it an honor to be here, to be honest with you. So.
Tell me, if you were to get rid of this, is there anything that you'd be thinking about replacing it with at this point?
I'd just like to have a bunch more. I already got 5 garages, so I'd like to put some more up and just buy. I like it. Everyone I see, I love. So it's like an addiction, but it's a good addiction. So.
Well, it can be an expensive one too.
Oh yeah, very, very. That's why people say light them up or what. No, I baby it. Even if you baby these things, they still break, and you still gotta. Put money into them. But no, I love the car. Hopefully it'll stay in the family after I'm long gone. That's the plan. So anyway.
Okay, thank you, Ron. It's been great talking to you again.
Nice talking to you again, sir. Thank you.
Onward and upward. Well, we have found somebody here who you're just going to love. And Derek Harrington, it's not you, it's Ziva.
Yeah, right. It's my dog Ziva. Ziva is the Hanson Police Community Resource Dog. She's a year old. She's assigned to me. She lives with me, but when we go to work, we're here to work and help people.
Okay, now she's a comfort dog, you said, which is really great for when things happen in the school that cause a lot of trauma.
Right. So she's got 2 purposes. Her main one's a comfort dog, your traditional comfort dog. With stress and anxiety, she's there to ease that, because simply as I put it to the younger kids in the school, she's there to make people happy, because who doesn't love petting a dog and having a dog, sit next to him or lay next to him.
Okay, and you say she's in training for another purpose too.
Yes, so she's in training for search and rescue. It's what we call our friendly finds. So if someone gets lost, your typical juvenile who wanders off, maybe your senior community member who, Alzheimer's or dementia, or just anyone that's confused and gets lost, she's able to track them and find them.
Okay. How is she doing on that training?
She's got a little ways to go, but she's doing very well. She's doing very, very well. If she needed to find someone in a pinch right now, I would have no hesitation in having her try.
How old is she?
She just turned a year on August 29th.
Just turned a year and she's already done all that training. That's really remarkable.
Yes, there's a lot of training that goes into it. She's got a number of AKC certifications, the American Kennel Club, as well as her own breeder certification for public access, and just standards that she needs to be a community resource dog.
Okay, so there we go. Hanson folks, you've got a great community resource dog here, a great community resource officer. Thank you for talking with me, Derek.
Thank you, appreciate it.
We found something here that I don't think I have ever seen before. This is Steve Torrey, and he has an 87 Jeep Cherokee. There. Why do I do that? I can see it right over here. It says Cherokee, and I say Comanche. Senior moments, folks. Okay, Steve, tell me, this is an unusual car because it's only a two-door, and I've never seen one of those before.
You never did? Well, I kind of like it. My friend of mine told me about this, and I got it at the South Shore, started driving, Hanover, and I bought it since it's new. And that's what he told me all about the Jeep, so I started to like it. I like the style, and I started to off-road with it, and I put tires on it and have fun with it. I did it 2-3 years, and I enjoyed doing that. That was a lot of fun. Then I had a lot of problem with it when I first got it. Then I had retrained and redone, original thing that I done before I repainted it. So I had it 4 or 5 years, and I enjoy it. I drive it every day. It was fun. So I got a lot of money. I got a lot of engine for this, and I enjoy it. I was happy with it. Now, I had a 69 Charger. That was my first car I had. I lost that. So the money I took, I put in my Cherokee. And I decided I'm going to keep this. And I want it. And I said, I enjoy this. I like the style. And I started doing all the show with it. And I didn't know how they work. And I had all my buddies and all my friends, they like the way it is. I want to put it in something different. So that's what I did. Yeah. So that's why I enjoyed doing it. And so I enjoyed all the shows. I started out with 18, started doing all the shows. I didn't know anything about the cars. And then I started getting to know other people. Then I started doing this, and I enjoy it.
Well, it's a beautiful looking car, and I want to just thank you for talking with us about this because it's something that is a little unusual.
Well, the best part of it is the trophy. I like the judge to look at it, and this was the money I put into this, and I enjoyed everything I did. So I'm happy with it, and they look at it, and then I was happy about the trophy. First place, second place, or best in shows, whatever that is. I had a hard time, looking at it. I was getting so nervous. I did talk to somebody that I know about. I don't know too much about it, and I started learning a lot more, that thing. That's why I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put something, see how that goes. And I enjoy it.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, Steve.
Yep.
And good luck with the car.
Thank you. I hope I win.
Yeah. Okay. Now this is really quite something. This is a 1956 Ford
Custom line.
Custom line.
Yes.
This is Jen Conlon. This is her car, and we can already see one of the things that's really custom about this is this beautiful little paint job on here.
Yep. So this is some custom pinstriping that I had done by a friend of mine from New Hampshire. And the color of this is actually a callback to the original color of the car, which was like this minty kind of green. And it was two-tone, this and a darker green on the bottom. So
now it has this matte black finish.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Yep, so this is just hot rod black. I wanted this car to be sort of an homage to the old school hot rods of the 50s. So it's got the hot rod matte black paint. It's got the lake pipes on the side, the dummy spotlights, all the good stuff from the old hot rod days.
The old hot rod days.
Yep.
That doesn't help us in the TV because we like those little specular highlights that happen with the shiny cars.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this would have been a great car for the X-Files.
Yes.
Did you ever see in the X-Files how all the blacks that they had in that thing, you couldn't tell there was anything there?
Yep, definitely.
Well, that's what this would look like. And that pinstriping would probably really pop out on that.
Oh, yeah. Yep, for sure. Yep.
Okay. And you've got the white interior. So this is basically a real black and white car, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty much black and white with just a couple touches of this kind of minty aqua color. I wanted to keep it sort of toned down and simple and let the car really speak for itself.
What's under the hood?
A 351 Windsor.
That's a little bit bigger than most families would get in a family car.
Yeah, it's a little step up from what was in it originally, but, I get around in it slow and slow in a car like this, so it gets me from A to B.
Should we be playing the Beach Boys behind it, I get around?
I like an Elvis song in this gun, yeah. I have a good Elvis song in this car.
Do you have one?
I love Love Me Tender, but if you wanted to, step it up a little bit, like a Jailhouse Rock is good.
Oh, yeah, well, you'd have to be careful in order to keep out of the jailhouse in this thing, wouldn't you?
Yep, yeah, this thing isn't quiet when it comes around, so I like to stay out of the jailhouse.
Yeah, I did notice the side pipes coming out from underneath the rear there.
Yes, yep, those are lake pipes down the side here with the triple exits, and they are straight piped from the motor.
No mufflers.
No mufflers.
Well, that could get you
That's
into
gonna
trouble
get
in
me-
some
yeah,
places.
That's going to get me sent to the jailhouse now that I said that on TV, so.
Okay, thanks, Jen, for talking
Thank
with
you
me.
so much. It was nice to meet you.
1946 GMC Bob Gunther. Here we are, Bob. Congratulations. First place, we have car number 204. Car number 204, 1949 Chevy pickup by John Griffith. Congratulations. All right, 1950 to 1959. Third place is car number 113. 113 is a 1956 Ford Custom Line Jen Collin. Come on up, Jen. Jen is with Spindle's Auto Club. All right, second place is car number 174. 174 is a 1955 Chevy two-door sedan by Stephen Mayer. Stephen, are you here? Come on, Steve. All right, and then we have first place is car number 10. Car number 10 is a 1955 Chevy Bel Air. We have last name Donovan. Mr. Donovan. There he comes. And here comes Stevie. Congratulations. All right, moving on, 1960 to 1969. Third place, we have car number 85. 1964, Chevy Impala by Paula Lewis. Come on up, Paula. All right, we have second place is car number 123. 1966, Plymouth Belvedere by Dennis Gettish. Dennis, come on up. Congratulations. All right, we have first place, car number 166.
Dave Larson, 60 Polaro. I know him. David Larson, 60 Polaro.
We have a 1960 Polara by Dave Larson. Congratulations. All right, we're moving 1970 to 1979. Third place, we have car number 17. 1972 Volkswagen Sunbug by Marcia Alden. Marcia Winnie Alden. Second place, car number 172. 172 is a 1975 Jeep. Zach Bourget. Zach, come on up if you're here. All right, and in first place, car number 99. 99 is a 1970 Dodge RT, Bill Rossi. Come on up, Bill. right, 1980 to 1989. Third place is car number 191. 191 is a 1982 GMC pickup by Mike Dodge. Second place, car number 11. 1985 GMC Sierra Classic, Bill Donovan. And first place goes to car number 1, 1987 Jeep Cherokee by Stephen Torrey of Whitman. All right, 1990 to 2000. Third place is car number 165. 1990 Chevy Camaro by owned by Dave Bishop. Here he comes. Second place, car number 67. 67 is a 1999 Chevy Corvette, Bruce Hammond. First place is car number 77. 1998 Chevy Camaro by Mark Crook. Come on up, Mark. All right, 2000 to present. Third place is car number 45. 2014 Chevy Camaro by Tom Hatch. Second place, car number 170. That's a 2004 Ford sedan E150 show van by owned by Marcia and Jeff Wisner. First place, car number 21. The 2010 Chevy Camaro by Donald Maida. All right, we have now best decorated cars. In third place, car number 39. The 1973 Chevy Nova by Ken Thuralt. Second place goes to car 95. 2001 Chevrolet Chrysler PT Cruiser by Deb Hansen. And then we have there's a little
Best decorated award will be waiting for a moment.
scrivener's on the first place, so we're going to come back to that one. All right, so we're moving on to special interest. In third place, card number 170. That's the 2004 Ford Sedan E150 by Marcia and Jeff Windsor.
Double your pleasure.
All right, second place is card number 71. That's a 1967 Chevy Nova by Don Barty. All right, so first place in special interest, card number 89. 1952 MG, Melissa Clark, Perilla, come on out, Perilla. All right, best decorated car, first place is car number 81, 1966 Chevy Corvette by, nope. Can car number 39 bring your third place trophy back up here, please? Because you got number 1.
And number 3 goes to... Almost made it through without a hiccup. Just bit by that much.
So third place goes to car number 81, which is the 1966 Corvette owned by Les Lucia. And no, I did not vote.
Okay, now.
Okay.
All of you voted.
All right, now we have Best of Show. Best of Show is awarded to car number 21, which is the 2010 Chevy Camaro by Dawn. Congratulations to all our winners. And again, thank you all so much for coming out and spending your day with us. I know you could have done many other things, but we appreciate your support for our Dollars for Scholars. And hopefully we will all see you again next year, the Sunday before Columbus Day. Thank you all, be safe, and hope for a short winter.
Today's Great Pumpkin Classic Car Show is being done to raise money for Whitman and Hanson Dollars for Scholars. And this is Michael Ganchard. If you haven't heard about him, where have you been? Michael, you're still president of Whitman and Hanson Dollars for Scholars, I take it?
I'm afraid I am, yes.
You're afraid you are.
And with that comes a lot of work. So, yes, we're starting another exciting school year, and this is another event that really one of our top events.
And you had a lot of people coming here volunteering to do their volunteer part of actually getting the scholarship money, right?
Sure. So if you do volunteer for Dollars for Scholars, you get credit towards a scholarship when it's time as a senior when you apply for scholarship. So we tend to get, you can do it anytime from freshman to senior, but we tend to get a lot more seniors because it's right on the horizon, college applications.
Like typical students, they kind of think of all those things at the last minute, right?
Like typical everything, yeah, that's like me too, yes, exactly.
Okay, how many volunteers were there here from Dollars for Scholars today?
I think we had 32. 32 students on a nice sunny Sunday, Columbus Day weekend. It's hard sometimes to get that, but they were very happy, very energetic, and it really helped. We couldn't do it without them.
And that's actually a lot of volunteers to get out at any time for anything.
I know. Anytime somebody says to me, "Oh, we need more volunteers," I say to myself, "You got to be lucky for the ones that you have."
Okay, now you won't know what you've made for this for another few months or so.
Yeah, it's in the trunk of my car, the receipts. So I'll just have to add them up, and we'll find out probably at the end of the week.
Okay, so we'll probably check back with you sometime next spring to find out how the money raising is going.
Sure, we'll have a better idea on that. Also at the decorating trees in the Whitman Park, we'll have a better idea how we're doing at that point.
Right, well, that's another thing that we can talk about then, because I always accost you with that, too.
That's fine, I'm always here.
Okay, thank you, Michael. It's been a great show.
And thank you, everybody who came or watched. Thank you again.
Well, that's the end of another Great Pumpkin Classic Car Show. You can see behind me that they're all starting to reach out to their cars and go home now after they've picked up their trophies or haven't picked up any trophies. It doesn't matter because everybody here had a great time today. Everybody we talked to, on camera, off camera, everybody was enjoying themselves. So just remember that for next year, the Sunday before Columbus Day, to come on down to the Great Pumpkin Car Show, and you'll have a great time too. With some of the things we didn't show you was the food vehicles that were here today. I mean, there was everything. Pizza, burgers, there was ice cream, all kinds of stuff. You just come on down, have fun. It's a great time. So until next year, we'll be see you later.